Hello, I'm Catherine and I'm a member of Green Christian. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to COP26. COP26 is the 26th UN Climate Change Conference and will be hosted by the UK in Glasgow from October the 31st to November the 12th this year. The COP26 summit will bring parties together to accelerate action towards the goals of the Paris Agreement and the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. It's imperative that targets to reach those goals are made through hearing the voices of those most affected by climate change, and that governments are held to account to action their pledges. As a member of Green Christian, I believe that climate change is extremely urgent for Christians and all of us, and this is why. As the coronavirus pandemic has taught us, we know that we humans are not autonomous, independent beings. There is inequality and resulting poverty, and there can be good progress to address these when we work together. The pandemic has shown us that we can only live within limits, and that some good things have to be sacrificed if others are to flourish. Climate change raises so many similar issues. Scientists provide facts to explain the climate crisis, and based on those facts, the worldview held by most Christians and members of other faiths suggests that this crisis arises from our abuse of God's creation and our broken relationship with our neighbours worldwide who suffer most from its consequences. We, in Green Christian, are convinced of the biblical mandate to care for creation. We lament its exploitation, and we are convinced that we need to repent and make a positive difference. People already living in poverty, in the global south particularly, are experiencing the effects far more than those in the richer west of climate change. For Christians, this means that our sisters and our brothers in churches around the world are losing their livelihoods and homes, and we will stand with them. Climate-vulnerable countries must be able to access finance for adaptation and loss and damages without incurring further climate-related debt. We can choose to mark this moment of COP26 by holding our government accountable to delivering and exceeding the promised $100 billion per year in climate finance to address and rectify these injustices. Change is needed urgently, and this will take commitment. As we act, God meets us with hope. We are convinced that creation care is an act of obedience to God, and that only He can equip us for such a task. With God, there is always possibility for change. We also acknowledge our agency, that God's possibility is often made real through us. So we do not wait to feel hope before acting, but expect hope to grow as we act. We remain rooted in prayer, and action follows prayer. So I want to be at COP26 to both pray for the decision-making and makers, and for those most affected by climate change, and to be present to call decision makers to account, to make wise, just decisions, and to follow them through. I hope you will join me. Please look out for the Green Christian daily vigils and prayer space during the fortnight. Details of these will go on the Green Christian website in the next few weeks.